What's going on, guys? Quick little update. Leaving Tennessee, heading northeast, heading to DC. We've touched on it, and I've thrown some messages up on Twitter, but DC was a last-minute decision. When I was at Baseball Collector, Mike's house, I was up late on the last night thinking about what we were going to do and where this trip was going to bring us, and was just kind of reflecting on everything. And Aspen had a trip with her school, her class to DC, and it was something that we just weren't able to do. We couldn't afford it. Real expensive. She was real bummed about it. So I made the call that, there was a lot of people that I wanted to see in like Kansas City and other places. But I wanted to do this for her. I won't do it for me. There's a lot. I obviously have never seen DC, never been there. So we're going to have a real good time checking that stuff out. Excited for her to have this experience. So yeah, looking forward to that. We got a long drive ahead of us, though. We had to go to bed early last night. We had to wake up early. It's 8 o'clock. We're on the road. Crazy trip so far. Before we did this video, I looked to her and thanked her for coming on this with me. I know it's not easy. I'm driving a lot, but she's 13 and, sitting in a seat next to me in a cramped car and, hopping in and out of hotel rooms and just eating tons of food at different places. Yeah. And we haven't really, I think we're going to go keto when we get back. Yeah. But this trip has been just an absolute blessing so far. It's crazy. I thank everybody for following along with us. It's been real fun to read people's comments and to see who's excited for us. And thank you guys for that. I'm glad that we're able to offer you guys something to watch and, kind of bring you along on this trip with us. Been able to meet some amazing people for the first time. Been able to see some old friends. It's been great. So Nashville, and Tennessee in whole was crazy. I'll never forget Tennessee.
Pretty sure our stomachs almost exploded.
Memphis. Popped in Memphis first. Tried to go to the Elvis, the Graceland, and they wanted $70 a person, and I'm just not a big enough Elvis fan to spend that kind of money, and neither is she. It was just too much money. So we decided to skip that, and we went to the Civil Rights Museum, the Lorraine Motel that they fixed up, and man, that hit hard. Really did. You're going around and you're seeing the things that people had to go through, and you're reading you're reading the stuff, and you're watching you're watching the videos that are playing throughout there, and you're looking at the pictures on the wall, and I get that the U.S. is in a weird climate right now, and regardless what side you're on about things today, we could all agree that the things that happened in the past were just horrendous, just wrong. Man.
For me, it was weird looking at the rooms.
That's, you got someone like MLK who was a good man. Nobody's perfect, but he was a good man, and he really wanted to bring people together. It wasn't him try to make something one side better than the next or anything like that. He really wanted people to be treated the same, to be judged by the content of their character. So much of that rings true. It's truly unfortunate that he was taken out like that, man, because I think that he could have really made a big difference. And I wish more people, you know, I studied him a little bit, but I haven't dug in as deep as, you know, maybe I should have, or that, you know, I should. I mean, shoot, I got time. It's something I'm gonna dig in a little bit more, because I think his teachings and his words and his experiences are important and are very important for today. I wish more people would look into the kind of things that, you know, that he was trying to push and that he was trying to do and that he was trying to teach, because it's correct. You know, a lot of it's correct. You know, even somebody like a Malcolm X had his heart changed, and I don't know. It was awesome to go there. So I did we couldn't take video, but I took some pictures and I made a video about that. So hope you guys check it out and be able to see some of the stuff that we saw. Where did we eat at when we were out there? What was it called? The chicken place? Gus's. We had Gus's fried chicken. That was pretty good. The pie was fire. Only by the thighs. Get thighs. Get dark meat, man. The breast was super duper dry, but the rest of it was delicious. So if you guys ever go there, check that out. Then we went to we didn't get to do too much there. Didn't get to do too much in Tennessee, period. You know, trying to, you know, adding DC on. You know, it's a lot of extra money in gas, hotel, food. It was a spendy decision, but one that needed to be made. But then we went into Nashville and we had Hattie B's hot chicken. I wish we would have recorded it, but we were so hungry that we just started killing it. I ate a half a bird. I ate a hot chicken strip, ate part of her chicken sandwich, had mac and cheese, had collard greens, had, what else do we have? Red skin tater salad, had coleslaw, had the cobbler, the peach cobbler. Oh my goodness. So bomb.
I ate like a quarter of what you did.
I'm a growing boy. Aspen. Okay. I need my proteins so I can make my gains. I think all I'm gaining is waist size right now. That's all. Delicious. Ended up getting a hotel room. You know, just kind of hung out. Ripped a couple packs of cards in the hotel room. I won. Pack Wars. Woo! I think that's the first time I pulled the auto.
We're not doing any more Pack Wars.
I think that was first.
We already won we did win.
I won Pack Wars, yeah.
Won with cards.
And let's not forget, driving through Tennessee is when we all of a sudden got the news that Marcus Lemonis and Camping World is going to bless our family. Just a surreal feeling. I still have no idea what's going on. I know the man's been watching. I hope he's been watching. I think he has. He knows that I don't have a truck. He knows that I'm, said it before, part of this trip and what was helping fund the trip was my brother's ready to upgrade his car. I'm in a position where I'm going to just downgrade my car. So I'm selling this to him, a couple bucks for the trip and then money to get her braces. I had braces when I was a kid. I know it changed a lot for me. I'm all beautiful and smile.
You rip them off with pliers.
I did rip them off with pliers.
Can I do that?
No, you better don't. Yeah, so when I got braces, I was an ugly duckling. And I got braces, and then all of a sudden, your boy started looking kind of good, and I had these dang braces on, and I wanted them off. And so I asked my mom if I can take them off, like a year and a half into it, and she was like, no, you're supposed to have them for 3 years. And So I grabbed a pair of pliers and I popped one of them in the front off. So they were on, and then I was like, now can I get them off? She's like, I hate you.
That's my dad.
No, I'm just thinking about, everything's so weird with that it happened in my childhood. My mom tried, Braces weren't cheap. They weren't cheap back then. And my mom tried. I was a tough kid. That's neither here nor there. A lot of people know I did a lot of time in group homes when I was a kid. I had ADHD. I was very, very hyperactive, as you guys can tell today, because that doesn't go away. But back in the day, they were experimenting on kids with Ritalin and Cylert. And, that's like giving a kid dope. There's a lot of my childhood I don't remember because it was a blur. But one of the things I do remember was being in the group homes and the things that we got to do, because they would take you camping or cross-country skiing or rock climbing to try to build confidence in you. And that stuff was important. Those trips, those experiences, those memories, I got off the Ritalin. I decided I wasn't doing that stuff. And I've learned how to kind of control my issue or disability, whatever you want to call it. My mind still goes at 1,000 miles an hour all the time. And I'd love to open my mouth and just say everything that's in my mind, but you can't. Sometimes it causes me anxiety and everything else, but I've learned how to control, I think, my ADHD. That's fun. Anyways, I just went off on a crazy tangent there. Point is, my memories, I look back and I remember being on those trips and those experiences, and I'm 41 and I still remember them like they were yesterday. So I'm hoping that that's what this trip is going to do for you. But excited to see what we do. Excited to see if our trip gets extended. I don't know what Marcus's plan is, but I'm definitely excited to meet him halfway, to work with Camping World, whatever we got to do. Pictures, videos, whatever we could do, to help kind of bring some attention to them. It's not just because we won something. I've been saying for a while, I've been following him on Twitter, and the stuff he does is just amazing. He's constantly hooking people up and blessing people. I remember the best camper that I've seen given away is when he was doing on Twitter. He was doing his clues, where he had to come up with the clues. And the little boy, about 3 years old, remember when I showed you? The little boy, about 3 years old, he had this map that he drew, and it was just 3-year-old drawings. And he was like, I'm trying to get the clues to help my mommy win a camper. And Marcus made a video, and he came up, and he was like, hey, bro. He was like, y'all, you didn't get it, but your clues are correct. Don't tell anybody what they are. It's a secret between you and me, but your clues are correct. You just won your family a camper. And that stuff is so cool, man. So cool.
He was trying his hardest.
He was, man. A little kid, about 3 years old. So that's my reflections though on Tennessee. Flying through there, it's just completely blessed to be able to do this trip again. I can't express that this wouldn't be possible without all of our friends in the hobby, the people who have done everything that in the grand scheme of things was small, but at the time, when you look at everything in a whole, was small pieces, but at the time was huge.
I think it's nap time.
Huge, yeah. God, I don't want to start naming people because you're never going to get everybody, but, Buck City Breaks, it's who would have thought that when I decided that the UN, that the Postal Service wasn't my path, and that was scary to not go back, and Buck City Breaks just sent me boxes of cards and was like, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and flip these cards? We believe in you. Flip these cards. We'll 50-50 them all, man. You got this. Bring those gun shows up. Love what you do. Marcus and Chris and Adam, just unreal. Rippin' Gypsy. Smash has become just a good friend of mine. Mindy, always got Deafness 45 behind us in everything we do. I'm in talks with Midwest Box Breaks about maybe doing something. Absolutely love him. I love that whole group. You got other people. No Dacker, Riggin, Smitty. Everybody who supported Aspen's auction she did when I was in Portland,
That was
put a couple bucks in her pocket. Man, just all you guys who's always been there. Thank you. Without all you guys, none of this would be. PJ, love you. Yeah, man, let's see what happens.
And thanks to Blake and Mike Baseball Collector.
Yeah, Blake, Mike, putting us up. It's crazy to think we still got 2/3 of this trip left. We've done a lot of driving, 2/3 of this trip. I'm excited for a little bit of R&R. We've been staying a lot of places one day. Coming up here in DC area, we're gonna spend 2 days. We get to meet my partner. We get to meet my partner Crosby. Spend a couple days with him. Get to head to Ohio. We're probably gonna spend 4 or 5 days in Ohio. Can't wait to hang out with Buck City, with Rippin' Gypsy. Get to meet a bunch of friends from Ohio. A lot of people out there. We still got Chicago on the docket. Get to meet people there. My brother, we get to go hang out with my baby brother for a few days. I'm so excited. I miss him dearly. Get to hang out with him. Aspen hasn't seen him in a while. And we'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what Marcus has planned. The plan is after Chicago to head over and see Mount Rushmore and Yellowstone and start heading home. But man, if something happens, something silly and just crazy happens, we might be adding some places to the trip. We might be heading up to Wisconsin.
You might be heading down too.
We might be heading up to Wisconsin. Might be heading over to Minnesota. See Cueto and Def. We might pop down and be able to hit Utah and then come back up. We don't know what the trip's gonna bring right now. We have no idea. So we're super.
Maybe he'll give us motorcycles.
Oh gosh, I don't want to ride a motorcycle like that. Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen. If the trip gets extended, I'm all for it, man. I don't ever want this to end. Although I miss my wife and my son dearly. I know she's doing a great job holding everything down. Very proud of her. Very blessed to have her in my corner. So that's it. Been rambling forever. I don't know who's gonna watch a video this long, but we are on our way to DC. Boom. We'll see how it goes.
Oh yeah, it is straight ahead.
Huh?
It's straight ahead. I can't see.
I don't know. Somewhere.
It's something above the miles.
This looks like 629 miles. Lord, that's a lot of driving. Let's do it. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. Anybody who made it through this entire thing, video, comment your favorite part on the trip, and I will do a little giveaway for you guys. I think that'll be fun. Appreciate you guys. You guys be a light in somebody's life. Thanks for rocking with us, and stay tuned for more.